And now, a Bohrok Va protest.
We, the Bohrok Va, shall no longer deal with the Bohrok ordering us around like some sort of mindless fools.
Bohrok!
Wait, what am I doing here?
We will rise up with our tiny mechanical fists and show the Bohrok a thing or two about Bohrok Va! Stupid Bohrok!
Wait, why am I still here?
So, who of you stand with me?
Count me out.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those days.
Hello everyone and welcome to another recap review. Today I will be looking over the Bohrok Va. From left to right we have 8555 Nuvok Va with 26 pieces. 8552 Livok Va with 28 pieces. 8553 Parak Va with 27 pieces. 8554 Tanak Va 27. 8551 Korak Va, 28, and 8550 Galak Va with 26. This means that Nuvok Va and Galak Va tie with the amount of parts that they have, making them the lowest amount of them all, and Livok Va and Korak Va have the most out of them all. At time of release, they were all about $3. So let's jump right into it. No need to waste any time. Let's start off with the pros. Right off the bat, their personalities. These guys are very small, especially considering the amount of parts they have in them, but they have a lot of their own unique personalities. In 2002, these guys were pretty much the evil Turaga, so I'm going to make a lot of comparisons between them and the Turaga. So, just getting that right off, let's start looking at a little bit more individual things. So, some pros, characteristics, they're all very unique. They all have something very different, and this is why I consider this a pro. They all have something different. Now, something to keep in mind, they all have different neck connections. These two have the standard neck connection. These two have the longest necks, and these two, well, I'll get to these two. They're unique in their own neck connection, trust me. So some basic information. The legs, the feet can move side to side. The Mictoran feet, and a definite pro is that they're recolors from the original ones we got in 2001. The Bohrok Va can kind of sit, sitting, maybe at a park. Now, their necks can move. Some of them can do this. They have one arm, which is connected to a Krana holster. By the way, 6 new colors. These are, in the story, these are the dormant versions. So they're all different colors. And then this is a con I had for the Traga that the Bohrok Va fixed. This arm, at least one arm, has a sturdy connection point. So I like that. So those are some general pros. I like that. Some other pros would probably be, and this is in some cases, the color correspondence. Now, in some instances, I like the way that the Krana and the Bohrok Va mix with their colors. The red one has a yellow Krana. I like that. The brown one has a tan one. That's good consistency. Nuvok Va has a black one. Korak Va has a white one as well. The only two that do not make sense to me are Livok Va with a gray Krana and Galak Va with a purple one. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining or anything about either which one. I'm just confused. That's all. Why those specific colors? But anyway, let's continue going. Another pro, I would have to say, would be they have a lot of story correspondence. I like the fact that they're little Bohrok helpers. that's kind of neat. It goes along with the Toa fighting the Bohrok, the Matoran and Turaga get to fight these guys. I like that. But yeah, they're just fun, neat little package sets. Let's get into the cons. There are a lot of things that I find wrong with these. I've made a lot of... I like to think that these are easily compared to the Turaga. And I think that's a good way to look at it, because they're a very similar build. They've done some things right to kind of improve upon the Turaga, like the one arm, that works. They have their own personalities, but the Turaga had their own personalities too. They've got a new design for how the torsos are put together. But I feel the Turaga are better than them as far as a set goes. Let me explain by getting into the cons here. Start off with the feet. They have no knees. This would be a Bohrok Va walking. They are Bohrok penguins. They waddle. It's kind of weird. At least the Turaga, they had, the legs went in a forward motion. Another con would be the fact, and this is more of an instruction-based thing. In some of them, the instructions tell you to take the function arm and prop it up, like something like that. Something like that, probably a little bit more down, kind of more like this. And so it just consistently be like that. And I don't know, that looks awkward to me. So I don't normally do this. I'm going to make a recommendation to go against the instructions. Think outside the box. Put the arm down. I think that looks a little bit more natural. One of the play functions, I guess, is that the arm can go back or down or whatever, and the Krana will fly out. But that just does not make sense to me. In the story, these are dormant Krana. They don't do anything. Are you really going to, attach a Krana onto a Toa's face by going, pew? No, because that did not work. Which brings me to my next con. They cannot stand up straight without the Krana falling out. Let's observe. Okay, that did not work as I had intended. Tanak Va. Get over here. See, stand him up. There we go. Okay. And I hit the camera in my excitement. All right. So, as you can see, it's difficult to stand him up straight the majority of the time because the Krana will fall out. That bugs me a lot. At least with the Bohrok, there's a way to keep the Krana in. Or at least you can attach it to something, like on a Toa. But here, standing them up straight is an issue. They cannot stand up straight and have a semblance of upright walking nature without the Krana falling out. It's kind of annoying. Now, this is also an instruction-based thing, but this is a con nonetheless. As you can see with Tanak Va here, you got the head. He can move, he can look around, he can feel good about himself. This is specific to Livak Va and Nuvak Va. In the CGI for Nuvak Va, you'll see that the head is backwards, so the ball joint is in the front. This means he cannot turn his head. He only pecks like he's some sort of bird. What you do not see in the CGI is the same is for Livak Va. Now, I'm not saying I like it better being Nuvak Va over this one. I don't like it for either of them because that restricts a main point of movement. Sure, it's a unique way because these two have a unique way. These two have a unique way of head placement. So these two. That doesn't mean it's a good one. It's awkward. It stiffens the neck. I do not like it. I find that to be a major con. So, there we go. See, he didn't even need to be fully standing straight. And now his head's going to look awkward because that's as far up as it goes. So yeah, honestly, in some ways, the Bohrok Va are an improvement to the Turaga design. They have a new, unique way of taking the Turaga design and placing it on a different kind of feet. By the way, I really like Galak Va. I have to point this out because it's a much taller design, but it's extremely unique. It's the only one that does it. I like the way that looks. It helps this set a lot because it's taller. It doesn't need to stand up straight to look, more less hunched over. But it does a very good job of that design. But anyway, in a lot of ways, these guys have improved the Turaga build. They gave it different feet. They gave the arm, the one arm, can stand up on its own. I like that a lot. But in a lot of ways, they retracted from the Turaga. They have items that can fall off if you aren't careful. That there are a lot less things you can do with them as opposed to the Turaga. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's how I feel about it. That is why I think the Turaga are just a notch better than these guys. But even still, disregarding that, these guys are great on their own. I really enjoy them. I think for what they have, they're very good. For what they lack, it hinders them a little bit, but I think you could still find enjoyment with them. So that's been the Bohrok Va. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If there's anything I might have missed, let me know. Next week, I'll be going over the Bionicle Master Builder set. So 15 models in one video. That's going to be a fiasco. I hope to see you there, and I hope you've enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching, guys.